Oh,
I will be your interpreter for today.
okay, hi. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Anyway.
Başlıyor muyuz? Başlıyor.
So the film was shown, or?
Yes, we watched the film.
Okay.
I'm asking something. Your name is Nairi Hakhverdi.
Hakhverdi, yeah.
Hakhverdi. Nice. Sweeping Yerevan.
Yes.
Yerevan or Yerevan?
It's fine. Yerevan, yeah. Yerevan.
Yerevan. Okay, nice.
Yes.
I'm starting.
Okay.
Başlıyor muyuz? Gülcacığım, başlıyor muyuz?
Evet, başlıyoruz.
Tamam, başlıyorum. Kadın Yönetmenler Festivali'nin 5. yılından herkese merhaba. Bizim için çok ilginç bir tecrübe oluyor şu anda. Biraz önce hep beraber Ermenistan yapımı Sweeping Yerevan'ı izledik. Gerçekten çok ilginç bir hikayesi vardı. Bu hikaye bir şekilde hepimizi etkileyecek bir senaryoya sahip aslında. Kurmaca gibi görünse de aslında birazcık da documentary, yani belgesel tadında da bir hikaye var. Aslında bunun nasıl bir hikaye olduğunu yönetmenimizle konuşacağız. Yönetmenimiz Nairi Hakhverdi bizimle beraber dijital olarak buluştuk biz. Welcome to the 5th International Women Film Festival, Nairi Hakhverdi. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you so much.
We met it in digital platforms. This is so excited. Where are you?
I'm in Armenia, in Yerevan.
Oh, Armenia, nice.
Yes.
First of all, can you tell us your director adventures can you tell about your adventures for about directors movies? How it started your directors adventures?
Sure. So there, I saw this program here in Armenia called Eurasia Doc. I hope I'm okay for the translator. Yeah.
Yes, it's all right.
Yeah. Okay. So there was a program, Eurasia Doc, which was for the email said for documentary writers, beginners, experienced people. It didn't matter, and I thought, okay, I've never made a documentary, but I am interested. I do write, so I thought, okay, I can write. And somebody else can then direct. That's how I thought about it. But when I went to the workshop, I was selected for the workshop with Sweeping Yerevan. I was told, oh no, you also have to direct it. And I thought, oh no, I've never done this before. What does that even mean? But I guess you have to learn very quickly. I decided to take the challenge and do it. We were able to get a French co-producer on board. And then, I did one or two more workshops. And then I decided to just to do it, basically.
Nice.
And then this is the end result. Yeah.
Oh, nice result. Well,
Oh, okay.
oh, nice. I don't understand it because you came in early. No problem. What do you çeviri yapıyor muyuz?
Evet, yapıyorum.
Arda arda yapıyoruz değil mi? Tamamdır. Bizim için de biraz ilginç bir tecrübe, kusura bakmayın. Böyle ilginç bir şekilde ilerletiyoruz. Birbirimize sorarak gidiyor söyleşimiz. Evet, ikinci sorumuza geçiyorum aslında. Nairi, how did your story, your movie talking about? What is your story?
Okay.
Bu filmi ne anlatmaya çalışıyorsunuz?
So it's essentially, the idea was, so there's these sweepers who work here in Yerevan. They sweep in the middle of the night. And ever since I first saw them, I moved there about 10 years ago, and I was always interested in them. I was thinking, who are they? Because they work in the middle of the night when everybody else is asleep. They are invisible to the world, and I wanted to give them visibility. And so my idea was to follow one of the sweepers, an interesting character, and basically go into her life so that we see more about them than just, seeing them on the street at night for 2-second sweeping. And this was the idea. So it was just to create a portrait about her. And as I got to know her better, before, of course, filming, I got to know her better. I realized that she had such a powerful story. And you know, like she has a blind husband. She's doing 3 jobs at the same time. And all of that, I thought, it deserves to be told, basically. And I realized that all of the ones that we see, that was the idea behind it. So the story is basically a portrait of one of these sweepers. We enter her life and we see it. And I wanted it to be, I hope I achieved it, kind of poetic. So that's more like a poetry.
In our film's hero, her name is Marina, right?
Yeah.
Marina doing sweeping and doing and then doing writing something and then and stitch, right? Doing stitch with machine.
Yeah, sewing. So, or she
with machine, right?
Yes.
Is this movie is a fiction documentary? I think it's like a fictions too, but it's just documentary. Is it documentary?
It's 100% documentary. Yeah. I know. I tried to avoid interviews. Of course, I did interview her, and we filmed it. And I interviewed her husband and the mother-in-law. But I decided when I had all the material, I was like, I have enough material to not use the interviews, to just show the viewers. So I'm glad that it worked out to be more an observational documentary. It's what I wanted from the beginning, but I knew that I might not be able to achieve it because I may not have enough material. So I had the interviews, but I decided in the end, I have enough material to do an observational documentary. So I know it looks like fiction, and in fact, like the fiction part, it's interesting you mentioned it, because from the beginning, I didn't want to show her as, it's very easy to take a woman like her who's poor and lives in a quote unquote not very nice environment and make it uglier than it is. So make it look poorer or make it look very poor or whatever. But I decided, because I want to make her visible, I want to make her beautiful, as like a movie star. So I do want to use good cameras and good lighting and and all of that, because she deserves it, So that's where the fiction part looks fiction, but it's not. Yeah.
This is a true story. I'm thinking about maybe gonna be a fiction movie. This is good for us, maybe.
Oh, you should turn into a fiction film, maybe. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted talking about shooting process. What is your shooting process? We want to talking about this process.
Okay, so we actually for the shooting we had about, I think, 13 days or 14 days to shoot. So it was a very short period of time. Of course, I'd met Marina numerous times before and discussed with her what I wanted from it and all of that. And so when we went in to shoot, we had all of these plans already. We're like, okay, these days we're shooting at night. These days we're shooting during the day. From that perspective, if you ask about fiction, it's not fiction, but we did have to set up certain things. For instance, her sewing, we had to be like, okay, we're only here for this many days. You have to sew on these days,
Nice.
But it's something she does anyway. So it's not like, we're making that up. It's something she does anyway. Or the nights that we were shooting, we're like, okay, we had to hold her back a few times in terms of getting the right angles. So we made her redo certain areas just to get the right angles and whatever, which I think is normal in documentary. It's about it's you're capturing the truth in a sense, but but still you have to be able to capture. You can't just go in with a camera, at least for this kind of movie. You have to kind of set it up a little bit, but not so that it's not. So it's not like she doesn't sweep in real life. No, she is a real life sweeper. She really does. Her husband really is blind, etc. So that was yeah.
So nice. And last, our question: what are you think about film industry view on women's? We watched some women's festivals or in cinema, we watched women's stories. Watch it, our hero woman. What do you think about women stories?
I mean, we're 50% of the global population, so I think our stories are important. I think we are now hopefully in a transitional era where these film festivals for women are important in order to bring out the voice, but I hope that in the future, so maybe in 15, 20, 30 years time, there will be enough women directors that they can just participate in regular festivals and we have more of a 50-50 balance. Maybe one year it's 60% men and the next year it's 60% women, but at least there's more of a balance rather than now where women are just starting, not just starting, but I think in the last, maybe this newer generation, there's more and more women filmmakers. And so I think in the future, we'll see enough women filmmakers to be able to balance out the traditional men that have been around. But in terms of women's stories, of course they're important, because just like men's stories, just like any story from any minority or majority or whatever, these stories, because it's a diversity, we need to hear these voices, I think. And so, yeah, I think it's important. Yeah.
Are you watched any Turkish movies, Turkish dictionary documentaries?
Of course, yeah. Not the most recent one. I think this year I haven't had a chance, but yeah, when I go to festivals here in Armenia at the Golden Apricot festivals, every year there's at least one or two Turkish films, if not more, and I definitely watch whatever I can. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Nice. Last of all, what are you say about our festival? It's fifth our festival, International Women Filmmakers Festival. We started now. What are you talking about this?
düşünüyorsun?
I don't know much about it, to be honest with you. I wish I knew more about it. I did see it, you know, in terms of when I was applying for film festivals, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. And also, you know, because it's next door, you know, and I thought, let me apply, but I don't know much about it, to be honest. I hope for you that you grow, and I don't know how big you are now, but I hope you grow and you know, yeah. So it's a good initiative. Let me put it that way. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming digital meeting for us.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Yes.
So bye bye.
Good luck with your festival. Bye bye.
Bye. Çıkıyoruz.